Minecraft has a lot of biomes, from jungles to crimson forests. There's a lot of variation in the biomes, however some are more boring or interesting than others. And today we're going to be talking about 3 biomes that are quite boring and how they should be improved in future updates. So first we have the plains biome. There's just a few trees around, just grass. So I think the plains biome is incredibly boring, and I suppose that maybe it's meant to be, but I think it'll make the game much more interesting if there's a reason to go to the plains. Considering they're such a common biome, I think it'll just be more interesting if they had at least something to do there. Okay, so I think the plains biome should get a new structure, and that structure should be a farm. So this farm will have a farmhouse, a wheat farm, as well as some kind of animal farms. There can be a few variations of this to make it more interesting, but I think the farmhouse should have loot in it, like in chests, and also the farm will provide loads of food. It will encourage people to actually explore the plains to look for food and loot. So yeah, I think it'll make the plains look a lot more interesting. I think they should also add bridges over rivers and stuff, just to make it a bit more interesting and add a bit of decoration. Don't really provide any function, but they look cool. The feature I think they should add to the plains biome is that when a plains biome is near the river, it has the ability to flood, kind of like this. Okay, so the second biome they should update is the desert, because I mean, yeah, it's just sand and cactus. So I think they should add to the desert a few features, such as dead trees, which are just trees without leaves. But also, I think they should add more dead bushes and cacti just to make it a bit more interesting. There's an oasis with palm trees and farms around it, and I think they should make it so that desert villages are more likely to spawn near an oasis. There's also pyramids over here, and there's a bigger pyramid over here. So yeah, I think they should also add new mobs to the desert, such as scorpions or something. This is what I think the desert should look like, so yeah. I think they should just make deserts more interesting and more useful, because no one goes to deserts at the moment, because there's no trees, no food, bad caves, and also there's no good structures, because the desert temples aren't even that good. I've also done a small example of what a red sand desert might look like, because I think that might be a cool biome to add. So the third biome is the end, and yes, I know the end is actually a dimension. So the end is a very empty, barren place, and that's what it's meant to be. But there's just a main island where you fight the dragon. Outside of that, it's literally just islands with chorus fruits and the occasional end city. But I think they should add more to the end, because I think the end should be a place that you should go to. I think it should be a late game place, but I think there should be more to do there, apart from just finding the elytra and fighting the dragon. Here's my suggestions for how they can improve the end bridges to connect up the end islands, because, you know, it's pretty difficult to get between them without ender pearls, and I think it should be a good way of getting between them. But going along with the kind of weird and abandoned theme of the end, I think it should be like half built in some way. We have the abandoned end villages. They're still under construction, as you can see. This tower is never fully built and it's still got the scaffolding in place. This house is only half built. This house is like slightly damaged. And this weird kind of like pyramid roof type thing was never fully built, and it kind of adds the mysterious theme of the end, kind of adds to that. And you've got the end trees, which for some reason have no leaves, and they're strip logs, which again kind of makes it more mysterious and weird, and just looks like a strange place that was abandoned for some reason. We don't know why. And then I think they should add end caves, which you can find iron in, but also a new end ore, which for now I'm just showing it as emeralds, but we don't have the ore in the game. But this will be another ore. I don't think it should just be a straight up upgrade from netherite, because that would just be pointless and they wouldn't do that. So I think you should have a special use, so you can only access certain enchantments with end tools. Now if you go down into the end caves, you can sometimes find cave houses which are abandoned, and it kind of makes you want to explore these end caves, not only for the ore, but for these houses which will have good loot in them. And they might not be very impressive, but they will have loot in them. And they're just meant to be simple cave houses. Again, kind of gives the mysterious sort of theme of the end, that maybe someone lived here once, but they've just gone for some reason. And so I think this just adds to the theme of the end being a bit weird and abandoned and stuff like that. But I think it makes it more interesting at the same time, and makes you want to explore a bit more, and just adds general stuff to the end. So yeah, that's what I think they should do to the end. Anyway, so these are the 3 biomes I think they should update. Let me know which biomes you think they should update. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.